Can't complain at all.
So should we start with the controversial stuff first, or?
Anything you want.
He says you're fighting for the wrong reasons. That you're fighting to prove that your legacy is basically intact, and that he's fighting for a different reason. He's basically fighting to hurt you. Your response to that?
I just said that to promote the fight. I don't know what he was talking about. I want to, after you put over 10 years into something, you want to be remembered for it, right? Doesn't everybody here want to be remembered for what they were doing here today? So I don't think there's anything too much. That's not too much to look into, but I know it's good. He sticks and stones.
The reaction you just got from the fans, though, shows that you are remembered.
Hey, BJ Penn still holds court, right?
How was the Vada thing? How was participating in
They
Vada?
They just came to my house right now, to the apartment we're staying in, and I liked it. I like doing it. Like I said, I can sit here and give you all this BS about how I'm trying to clean up the sport, but it's just for me personally. I'm trying to save myself and keep myself healthy, and that's everything that bothers me. It's like me before. That's what I would say. I would say exactly what he said. Oh, he's fighting to be remembered. I'm fighting to hurt him. That sounds like BJ Penn a couple of years ago, And I see him. He's a good fighter. He's very well rounded. Stand up, ground, wrestling. Got great coaches, Faraz, everybody. So. With that said, I think it's all going to make for an exciting night for the fans.
You've had success, obviously, in both weight classes. You've been champion. When you decided to come back, what prompted you to go this weight class?
I'm almost 34 now, and I don't see the point in eating chicken salad and training for 6 hours off that. And I think I always thought, and I always knew, if I prepared myself properly at 170 pounds, that I could do well at 170 pounds. I've never walked into the ring and had a guy just wipe me right out. It's never ever happened. And and so if I just get a little extra, if I do it properly, I really feel like I could be a force in the division.
In the TV stuff before this, you seem very happy, very at peace with yourself and your martial arts. Were you doing that to promote the fight, or is that really how you feel?
That is really how I feel. I'm just look at this. I got everybody around me. I'm the center of attention, and I'm having fun, and I'm living the dream. I'm living it up.
How do you respond, BJ, the fact that one of his arguments is that you can't step away from being in the lights, and you're making a mistake by not stepping away from the lights because the younger guys are coming through. He's just said that.
I think he thinks that I'm 45 years old, not 34 years old, not 33 years old actually, I don't know who told him that I'm 50. I don't know what's going on. Seriously.
Yeah, do you think he's underestimating you in that sense, no?
Yes, and I love every second of it.
Now, this was, a lot of people thought that your retirement, or not in retirement, walking away after the Nick Diaz fight was because you had like a new family, you have a child on the way. Does that give you motivation that you have, you have a little kid to now fight for? You have a little kid to show that you're...
I don't like using my kids for a motivation factor for me to fight. I mean, if I would ask them if they want me fighting, they would say no. I walked away not only because of the Nick Diaz fight, but because of my last 5 fights. I had 1 win, 3 losses, and a draw. And I was like, where's this going? What's the point? But as I sit at home and I train and I do different things, people come in from all around the world to train with me. I'm fine. I do well with everybody. Why not step back in the ring again?
Can you talk about some of those guys that came in? We were Tyron Woodley, or Pat Healy. Who else?
Oh, we had Jay Hiran, Tarek Safadine, Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, Pat Healy, and Josh Thompson. We had a lot of good guys to work out with, and you know what? This is the most sparring I've ever done for a fight, and I think this is probably the best prepared that I'm going to be.
Was this camp more grueling because of the delay?
No, it was actually the best thing that could have ever happened to me. I didn't have the time to change the body fat like I did, and now with this all done, it's going to play to my advantage.
Everyone's different, BJ, but you're relaxed and smiling here. Rory was kind of, his face was rigid, no emotion. Do you feel you've got the best of the two worlds then?
That's exactly why I fight at 170 pounds. So if I prepare properly, just two men going into the ring that night, and when we square off on the day of the weigh-in, he's gonna know something's not right.
Now you brought up your training camp and how this was like the most sparring you've ever done. Do you kind of say, I wish I did this for most of my career, bringing in the best of the best, and to train for big fights?
Yes, I do say that. I wish I did do those things. Hindsight's always 20/20, but in another way, I look at it like I kind of saved myself. I saved extra miles that I put into my body, and I'm still young. I don't have any injuries in that sense. I got a lot of experience. This is probably his biggest fight he's ever been in, and this is my 20th super fight or title fight or a big fight. It's nothing to me.
Do you see this then as a starting point for another run, as another good stretch for you?
I got a lot of plans, a lot of ideas, but everything starts with what happened Saturday. So with that said, well, let's see how this plays out.
You fought everywhere from 155 all the way up to heavyweight against Machida. Obviously, you feel most comfortable at these lighter weights, but is there any part of you that kind of goes, "Hey, I like pursuing those big name fights at those crazy weights and fighting in Japan at those"?
That's the funnest part. That's the funnest part of the whole sport. That's why Pride did so well, and it's fun, man. Everybody wants to be always so serious, and he's a half a pound too big, and this and that and this and that. It's like, come on, let's fight, let's go.
You've talked about how, the Silva GSP fight, that if it was you would just go and fight and not argue. What do you think would happen between Silva and GSP?
I do think that Anderson Silva is very hard to bet against right now. I mean, we just saw what he did to big Stephen Bonner, and he's hard to bet against. GSP, as great as he is, Anderson Silva is very hard to bet against at this moment.
Could you just break that down a little bit more for us than saying that? Between Anderson Silva and GSP?
Well, I think a lot of it would lie in GSP's chances would lie in his double leg, his outside single, back to double leg. He's very good at that, and what damage he can do on the ground. And we've seen Anderson in there with very big, strong guys like Chael Sonnen and all these different guys, and Anderson does well. And
because he picks his moment from distance?
It's because Anderson stays so calm. He never overtrains, and he stays so calm, and I think that really plays to his benefit.
Would you like to fight him?
Anderson Silva? I'm in no place to say that I would fight Anderson Silva right now.
Just, dream match.
Dream match, if I was the welterweight champion of the world, I would be looking to probably fight the 185-pound champion of the world. I'm not going to call out Anderson Silva per se, he's a buddy of mine, but that's what you do. That's what I did. People can say, "Oh, BJ, you would do it now. Look at your record. You just look at your last 5 fights, this and that." Hey, but look at when I was at the top. I did it. No one can say I didn't.
BJ, one of your, strange question this in a way, but one of your great heroes growing up was Hulk Hogan, of course.
Yes, sir.
Do you still take inspiration from Hulk Hogan in any ways?
Of course. Hulk Hogan is everything.